The Chen-style Taiji Chuan Li Hua Qiang, or pear flower spear, featured in this video was standardized by the 14th generation Grandmaster Chen Xiaowang in the early 19th century. However, the form itself is much older, and may actually go back to the time of Taiji Chuan's founder, Chen Wangting, who was himself influenced by the martial arts styles of his era, as catalogued by the Ming general Qi Guang in his classic, The Canons of Boxing. The spear was an advanced weapon in any style, and a primary one in an age of constant warfare. Where today we tend to privilege open-hand practice over weapons made obsolete by modern firearms, in former times, skill in the empty hand forms was merely a primer for the necessary mastery of the short and long-ranged weapons of war, the sword, the mace, the halberd, and the spear. The spear being the foremost of these, requiring the cumulative training of the other forms in a given style. The forms of Taiji Chuan train many different skills. An open-hand form like Lao Jia Yilu literally builds a foundation for the practitioner by strengthening the lower body for a base of power, which would then be expressed more prodigiously in a form popularly called the cannon fist. The spear form also builds on this foundation, further enhancing the practitioner's balance and, most importantly, his or her expression of fa li or fa jing, that relaxed release of tremendous power characteristic of the internal styles and of Chen-style Taiji Chuan in particular. Usually made of waxwood or rattan, the spear provided a simple but powerful training tool, giving a tangible measure of the practitioner's progress, as well as the most effective weapon of ancient warfare. Reasonable mastery of Taiji Chuan's tuishou or push hands techniques were also a prerequisite, as many of the skills of sensitive sticking and striking are taken for granted in the spear form's techniques. And, of course, it goes without saying that the primary training method of Chen-style Taiji Chuan, Chanzi Gong, or silk reeling practice, which trains the proper coordination of the body for the delivery of power and for skillful movement, must have become second nature before commencing the practice of Chen-style's spear form. The spear form is comprised of 72 movements that utilize one or more of 10 basic techniques. These include lan, parry, na, holding down, za, downward thrust, ci, straight thrust, tiao, upward flick, liao, upward flick with the tail of the spear, tui, push with the shaft of the spear, sao, sweep, ya, pressing down, ja, downward strike with the head of the spear. The postures themselves also introduce the practitioner to a variety of pivots, turns, and spins that require the artful maneuvering of the entire body. Many of the postures contain full circle spins, often on one heel, and while manipulating the spear itself in circular motion. Clearly, if the rootedness trained in the primary hand forms is not acquired, this will result in an effete expression of an otherwise powerful form. Thus, the spear form takes the basic skills of weight shifting, opening and closing, and the release of power to a higher level, as the artist must preserve these essential qualities in a highly mobile and rapidly paced fashion. The player literally becomes a whirlwind of Chen-style's arsenal of internal skills and techniques. The spear form presented here is demonstrated by the 20th generation master Ren Guan Yi, a senior disciple of Grandmaster Chen Xiaowang, the 19th generation standard bearer of Chen family Taiji Chuan. An ardent exponent of Chen-style Taiji Chuan, Master Ren hopes that the serious practitioner will not only appreciate the exquisite beauty of this rare form, but achieve, with correct practice and quality instruction, a mastery of its execution. Brief remarks will be made on each posture as demonstrated by Master Ren, except where the posture is repeated. Also, because of the speed of the form, generally only final weight distributions are noted. The favored leg usually contains about 70 to 80% of the weight, except where otherwise stated. Please note that this commentary can but only touch the surface of these movements, and that a solid foundation in Chen style's primary forms is necessary to a proper understanding of the spear form. The commentary can only serve to remind the practitioner of the basic skills needed to execute the form correctly.